Welcome out to the USA National Baseball Training Complex here in Cary, North Carolina on a Tuesday evening where we have some non-conference William Peace baseball to bring you today. Your Pacers will be taking on the Bulldogs of Dean College. Your Pacers coming to this matchup here tonight, 10-6 overall, 2-4 in USA South play, and 8-4 here at home and on a one-game losing streak following their series just a couple days ago this past weekend against Piedmont College, where they dropped that series 1-2. Meanwhile, Robbie Casey started for the Pacers on the mound tonight, deals strike number one outside. So we get things started here tonight from Cary on what is a warm evening, I should say. First batter up for Dean will be Matt Callahan, junior two-way guy, infielder and right-handed pitcher from Attleboro, Massachusetts, as Casey deals a ball inside. That'll be ball two of the AB, 2-1 count. Casey goes through his windup here, as this is drilled in between short and third. Hunter Ward dives out at short. Nice low line drive there from Callahan as he gets on the board in the hit column here early. As Dean College will get a base runner on here to open tonight's matchup between Dean College and your William Peace Pacers. Here's Robbie Casey will be the man on the bump first for the Pacers, coming in as a transfer last season from UNC Wilmington. Didn't get a ton of time last year, but he's had several appearances this year, and now he'll see what he can do against the Dean Bulldogs. Casey, a sophomore right-hander from out in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, product of Winston-Salem there in the Piedmont Triad area, about an hour and a half, maybe even an hour and 45 minutes or so away from here, where we sit in Cary. So now the next man up here for Dean will be Brian Haddon, a junior utility guy, lefty at the plate from Newburyport, Massachusetts. He'll hit with Matt Callahan at first, following his leadoff single to open tonight's game, as Casey deals pitch number one from the stretch. That'll be a swung on and missed strike. Fastball on the outer half, maybe even an off-speed changeup from the way it had a little bit of a sinking action to it. Casey gets ahead here, 0-1. Next pitch from Casey on the outside, a little further out than the first, as that'll be ruled ball number one of the AB, getting us to a 1-1 count. Nobody out just yet. One man on Callahan following his leadoff single here in the top half of the first. Casey gives a few looks to Callahan. Next one outside as well. A ball. That'll be two straight. All three pitches this AB on the outer half for Casey. Living away here early. So now he's down in the count, 2-1. Here to two-hole hitter Brian Haddon. So next pitch will be chopped to the right side. Barrett doesn't get it. Doesn't even get a glove on it. Tried to make the backhand play, but it looked like the hop off the ground just kind of went a little bit higher than he expected and got in on him as it gets through to right field to Gavin Taylor out there in right field, and he'll just get it in, and that'll be a no-out single. Back-to-back singles here to lead things off in the top half of the first for Dean. That'll bring Andrew Dorito to the plate, a senior infielder from Plymouth, Massachusetts, product of Plymouth North High School, as he'll hit with nobody out and two men aboard following two back-to-back singles to open things up for Dean, as the first pitch of the AB will be a breaking ball into the dirt, as now catcher Cole Robbins will have a quick word with Casey. Following what was really a chilly and windy weekend in the series with Piedmont, is now this is grounded to the left side. Hunter Ward dives and it gets through, doesn't get a glove on it. A throw coming in from Nate Holt to the plate, not in time. as Matt Callahan will cross the plate, as Dean will strike first here in this ball game here tonight this evening, and a 66-degree night from Cary here in early March, following what was a very windy and chilly weekend for Peace when they took on Piedmont College this past weekend when they dropped that series 2-1 to the lines of Piedmont. So now Casey working with 2 men on again. 3 hits early here for Dean College, back to back to back. Nobody out just yet as the first pitch is in there for strike number 1. A fastball here for Jeff Sharnick, junior right-hander from Stratford, Connecticut. Casey takes a peek at second base. This will be chopped to shortstop. Ward Fields get to Seaton at second. Seaton turns, and Barrett stretches out in time. And there's a nice double play there from shortstop Hunter Ward to Alex Seaton covering second base, and a quick throw to an outstretched Tyshawn Barrett at first base. So there's 2 quick outs here for Casey following giving up 3 straight hits and giving up the opening run here to Dean. And that'll bring up lefty batter Andrew Sullivan. He's a freshman, first one of the lineup so far. He's from Agawam, Massachusetts, and he'll take the first one inside and low in the dirt for ball number 1. 1 man on here for Dean, 2 men gone. Following the double plays, now this will be on the black. That'll even the count at 1-1. Giuseppe Casabianca will be on deck, assuming Sullivan could extend the inning, but it's looking less likely now as Casey gets ahead here 1-2 following a swinging missed strike. 1-2 count, 2 outs, top of the first. Dean leads it 1-0. Next pitch from Casey, a breaking ball swung on and missed by Sullivan, and that will end the inning. So Dean gets out to an explosive start, 3 straight singles, leading to the first run of the game as Dean takes a 1-0 lead. And then Casey comes right back. It's a nice double play in the middle, and then gets Sullivan swinging for out number 3. To the bottom half of the first we go. Pacers coming to bat for the first time here tonight. They trail 1-0 to Dean. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Gavin Taylor will be the leadoff man here tonight for the Pacers, as he usually is, and the Pacer right fielder as well. On the bump first here tonight for the Dean Bulldogs, it'll be Tyler McAloon, sophomore lefty, 5'9", from Berkeley, Massachusetts. He's a product of Somerset Berkeley High School, and he will take the mound here first tonight for the Bulldogs, who took a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first as we get things going here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch from McAloon will be in the zone, right down the middle even, for strike number 1 here to open the AB to Gavin Taylor, the Pacer right fielder. A 1 pitch from McAloon, this one low and in, as Taylor will lay off of that, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. This one sent out quickly between short and third, as that will get through the infield in a flash. And Gavin Taylor gets things started here for the Pacer offense with a lead-off single here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring Alex Seaton, Pacer's second baseman, 2-hole hitter, and wearing number 2 here tonight. He'll be the next batter for the Pacers following Gavin Taylor's lead-off single. Pacers looking to continue what was really a good weekend worth of play. I mean, they lost the series, obviously, to Piedmont 2-1 in what was a conference matchup. Gavin Taylor now on his way to second base. Throw down not in time, as Taylor easily swipes second. Pitch called, strike on the other end for Alex Seaton. The Pacers, I mean, other than game 1 of the series with Piedmont, where really, you know, the defense was clean, but they didn't hit as much as they needed to, not to win. They lost that game 8-3, and they just didn't put up enough runs. And really, the pitching didn't hold up their end of the bargain either. But game 2 and game 3, I mean, it was just clean baseball. They hit, they pitched, they fielded clean. And, game 2, it worked out. They won 6-5 in the 9th inning. Similar situation in game 3. It didn't go their way. They were trailing by a run. Not a tie ball game where they could walk off like they did in game 2, but they just didn't. They came up just short in the 9th in game 3 to lose that series. But really a good series worth of baseball is now Seaton sends one deep to left field. That's going to be well foul and well over the wall, as that would have brought 2 runs in had that been fair. Meanwhile, it'll be allowed strike number 2, as Gavin Taylor will go back to where he was at second. Now a 1 ball, 2 strike count here on Alex Seaton, Pacer second baseman. One, 2 pitch to Seaton. This one sent out to right field. Well out of play. They're beyond the Pacer dugout, as we'll do it again here. 1-2. Nobody out, and Gavin Taylor in scoring position at second base here for the Pacers. Quick look out to Gavin Taylor, and deals. Nice pitch on the outside, as all Seaton can do is just reach out and try and poke this one foul. But he comes up empty there, and there is out number 1 and strikeout number 1 here for Tyler McAloon. As now 3-hole hitter Tyshawn Barrett, who went 3 for 4 in that Game 2 win against Piedmont this past weekend. He'll take to the plate here now with a man in scoring position. One of the guys that he actually did score in the win against Piedmont on Saturday afternoon, which was Gavin Taylor, as that's the man at second base. This fly ball sent to center field, and that'll be caught there for out number 2. Gavin Taylor will hold. So now that'll bring up shortstop Hunter Ward for the Pacers. A hit with 2 outs, a man in scoring position at second. 1 hit so far this inning, just the single to lead things off by Gavin Taylor. As Ward, we'll see if he can keep things alive here in the first. Pacers trailing 1-0. And Taylor on the move to third, well on his way. Throw in time. Tag not in time as Taylor swipes third. His second steal of the game, second one of this series for him on the base pass for the Pacers, as now he's 90 feet away in scoring position at third. As shortstop Hunter Ward will see if he can, one, extend the inning here in the first for the Pacers, and two, get that tying run in from third as 1-0 pitch on its way. That one low and away. Thought it might be in there for a strike, but it'll be ruled ball number 2. So the count fully in favor of Ward here with 2 balls, no strikes. So likely be looking fastball and try and just get something put in play. Just a nice smooth swing, not trying to do too much in this situation. 2-0 pitch from McAloon. A low and away, similar spot to what was just called ball number 2, but this time it's called strike 1. Count still in favor of the Pacers shortstop, 2-1. 2 men gone, 1 aboard at third base. Gavin Taylor 90 feet away. That tying run here for the Pacers as this one's ripped down the line, but well foul right into the Dean bullpen, and now it's 2-2. McAloon sets, 2-2 pitch coming, 2 men gone. Here for Pacers shortstop Hunter Ward, swung on and taken deep to left field. This one over the head of the left fielder, off the wall, just under the yellow top half of the wall. And there's a nice stand-up double for Hunter Ward. One of the more powerful shots that we've probably seen from him all season long, and he comes through big here, as that'll knot things up here in the bottom half of the first, 1-1. As Gavin Taylor easily scores. Man, what a drive by Ward. They'll bring Logan Barber to the plate, Pacer left fielder. Barber, a transfer in this season from Wake Tech, and having a big impact as he's probably just the best overall player on the team. I mean, he can do it all. He can hit, he can field, he can pitch. He's been clocked up to 91, 92 miles an hour on the bump. Typically comes in closing situations. Barber, just an overall great athlete and a baseball player on this Pacers squad. So he takes strike number 1 right here. 0-1, 2 men gone. Hunter Ward, the shortstop, at second in scoring position. So McAloon comes to the plate, and Barber will take strike number 2, a low one. Quick 0-2 hole here for Barber, as McAloon 1 pitch away from getting out of this first inning, only giving up 1 run and 2 hits to the Pacers. McAloon gives a quick look out to Ward, and now another. He'll come to the plate. This one in the dirt. Kept in front of the plate by the catcher. Jeff Sharnick there behind the plate for Dean College tonight. That'll be ball number 1 to Barber, 1-2 count. McAloon sets, gives a look out to Ward and a second, and comes to the plate as Ward on his way to third, but he will have to go back as Barber fouls this one straight back off the backstop. One-two count here for Barber. 2 men gone, 1 man aboard. Hunter Ward, following his blast to left field, that was maybe a foot short of leaving the park. Driving in Gavin Taylor, that tying run to get us at 1-1 even. So now Barber sends this to right field. The right fielder will not have any trouble there as he barely has to move, and that'll be out number 3. But a big inning for the Pacers as they answer the call. Dean getting ahead 1-0 following 3 straight hits. And then William Peace getting a little something going on their own. Gavin Taylor leads off the inning with the hit. Steals second, steals third, and Hunter Ward just misses a 2-run bomb, but he gets a stand-up double following a nice shot off the wall in left field just under the yellow stripe on the top of the wall. Pacers tied up 1-1 after one inning. A lot of action so far in this first inning. To the top of the second we go right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Giuseppe Casabianca will get things going here in the top half of the second inning. Robbie Casey back on the mound as he'll deal strike number one. Good job there from Casey to get ahead here in the second. 1-1 ball game on our hands. A lot of offense and a lot of action here early from both sides of things. As Casey deals the 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Nice job to really get the snap on that breaking ball, as that'll be an 0-2 hole here for Casabianca early in his first AB of the night here from the USA National Training Complex in Cary, home of your Pacers. Now the fastball just a bit off the plate, not by much, but good job by Casabianca. So that'll get him in the ball column in his AB. 1-2 the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, no men aboard here for Dean. 1-2 pitch from Casey. Swung on and missed a breaking ball, as that'll be a quick out number one as he sits down Casabianca swinging. That'll bring Landon Fish, junior outfielder, a right-hander, both throwing and hitting, standing about 5'9". He's from Newport Richey, Florida, a product of River Ridge High School. He'll take to the plate for his first AB of the night following the strikeout from Casabianca. So now this is on the outside. Nice spot from Casey. So he gets ahead again here, 0-1. One man gone, nobody out for Dean. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second. As Casey goes through his windup again. This one fouled straight back, and just like that, an 0-2 hole already here on Fish. As now this is chopped up the left side. Ward on the run, makes the play, and there's out number two. Following his double off the wall, Hunter Ward getting it done on the other side of the ball as well. As Casey has 2 quick outs, one a strikeout swinging to Casabianca. This one a ground out to shortstop, Landon Fish. So now that'll bring Ben Cajet to the plate. Breaking ball moving out of the zone. Good take there from Cajet. One 0 pitch, grounded to the right side. Seaton waits back and makes the routine play and the routine throw over to Tyshawn Barrett at first. And Casey has himself a quick 1-2-3 inning. To the bottom of the second we go. Pacers looking to continue on what they started in the first inning. Tie ball game 1-1 from Cary. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Nick Montrose will be the next batter here for the Pacers, the DH guy and the lefty in the box who had a big impact in Game 3 of that series with Piedmont. Even in loss, he had a hand in 2 of the first 2 runs that the Pacers were able to score on Sunday afternoon, and he'll see if he can do more of the same right here as McAloon comes through for pitch number 1, low and away. Not quite in the dirt, but it'll be ball 1 here to the Pacer DH Nick Montrose. This one's skied on the left side, moving into foul territory, still in play. And now out of play as it goes into the Dean bullpen. And leaving the count at 1-1. Sticks here for Nick Montrose, 1-1. Nobody out and nobody aboard yet for the Pacers. One pitch to Montrose, low in the dirt. Good plate discipline here from the Pacer DH as he gets ahead in the count, 2-1 here in the bottom half of the second. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Pacers on defense in the top half of this inning as they continue to try and build on what they started in the first. This one grounded, chopped to the right side as the second baseman for Dean will just come through and make a routine play. Good play there from Matt Callahan, the Dean second baseman. So that'll now bring the catcher for the Pacers, Cole Robbins, freshman catcher, behind the plate tonight for the Pacers. He'll get things going here for his first AB of the night with 1 out following the ground out from Nick Montrose. First pitch in there, fastball for strike number 1 on catcher Cole Robbins of the Pacers. McAloon threw his windup again. Second pitch to the AB in the dirt. Good job there from Robbins to take. So that'll even things up at 1-1. One pitch, swung on and missed, as Robbins is now in a quick 1-2 hole. This one fouled straight back. So he'll do this again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 man out. Nobody on yet this inning for the Pacers as they look to take a lead here. Tie ball game, 1-1, as Dean and Peace both were able to score a run apiece in the first inning. This in the dirt taken, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Good job here from Cole Robbins to spit on the fastball in the dirt. Two-two pitch, fouled to the right side and moving out of play towards the Peace bullpen, and that's exactly where that ball will land. So McAloon will get a fresh ball from the umpire, and we'll do this thing again at 2-2. Two-two pitch from McAloon to Robbins, high and away. Good take there from Robbins as he makes the count full. He got in a 1-2 hole early and now works his way back in. Full count pitch. This will be fouled away towards the Dean bullpen. So we'll do it again at 3-2. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Good battle there from Robbins, but he'll come up empty, as that'll be out number 2. Nick Montrose grounding out to second base to lead off the inning. Catcher Cole Robbins swings through strike 3 there. Good battle and full count, but he comes up empty for out number 2. That'll bring up center fielder for the Pacers, Nate Holt. One of 2 seniors in this Pacer lineup today. Nick Montrose, the DH, being the other. Good sinking action there, as that'll be on the inside corner for Holt. So that'll get him started here with an 0-1 count. 2 outs, nobody on here for the Pacers in the bottom of the second. 1-1 ball game. Another taken, another strike here for the Pacers center fielder, as now he's in an 0-2 hold, and McAloon seems to have a little bit of a rhythm working here in the bottom half of the second. 0-2 pitch in the dirt on the right side, as Nate Holt will take that one no problem. Count 1-2. One-two pitch to Holt. So he'll foul this one straight back, an outside fastball. Holt just able to reach out over the plate and touch it. And we'll do this thing again at 1-2. One-two pitch. Inside and taken. And now Nate Holt gets himself in a 2-2 even count. Similar AB as the last one, Cole Robbins, as he got down to an 0-2 count early, worked his way back into full, ended up striking out, and now Nate Holt, the center fielder for the Pacers, doing more of the same here. So now he'll send this one in the air to the left side, shallow left field, as now the shortstop converges and doesn't make the play. DeVito trying to make the catch over his head, and it comes up empty there, as it looked like it may have tipped his glove, so that'll likely be ruled an error. Third baseman Garrett Pennell, freshman from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. He'll be up next. Product of Faith Christian Academy. And now McAloon will just spin and head towards Nate Holt to try and keep him close. No throw on the spin move, as he'll just take a quick glance. 0-1 count here on Garrett Pennell, Pacer third baseman. 0-1 pitch, low and a low strike. Good spot there for McAloon. So now Pennell in a quick 0-2 hole. Previous 2 batters in 0-2 holes, they were able to battle back in the count. We'll see if Pennell can be the third straight to do just that. As McAloon gives a few looks out to Holt. He gives a third and now comes to the plate. Swung on and missed. And there is out number 3. So not much doing there for the Pacer offense, as Nate Holt gets on by an error on a pop-up to shallow left field. Other than that, nothing there for the Pacers. And that will conclude inning number 2. To the top half of the third we go, tied at 1 apiece from Cary. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Brian DeVideo will be the first batter of the third inning here for Dean. Robbie Casey deals a fastball right down the middle, but it'll be rolled ball number 1. Maybe a bit up in the box, or up in the zone, I should say. 1-1 ball game here, tied all from the first inning. 1 run by each side, both Dean and Peace in that first inning. This will be a swing and a miss here from DeVideo, evening the count at 1-1. One pitch in the dirt and swung on and missed. A nice sinking action to that pitch from Casey. So now he moves ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, no men on. Here as Dean gets things started in the third inning. 1-2 pitch from Casey. This one chopped right back to Casey. He'll reach up and grab it and just sling a nice routine throw over to Tyshawn Barrett. And that'll be out number 1. Matt Callahan, junior from Attleboro, Massachusetts. He'll get things going here with 1 out in the top half of the third. First pitch from Casey. Nice breaking ball in the lower outer corner. So that'll get things started. 0-1. Callahan, the leadoff man for Dean, singled in his first AB and was that 1 run across the plate for the Bulldogs. So this next pitch will be outside and low. Ball number 1, even count at 1-1. This one sent out to left field towards the left center gap, and Nate Holt will put that away for a quick out number 2. Brian Hayden, junior from Newburyport, Massachusetts, the right fielder for the Bulldogs, 0 for 1 in his first AB. He'll be up next here with 2 outs and nobody on for Dean after 2 quick outs by the starter Casey. 1 a strikeout and another a flyout just right then. So now this next one will be fouled straight back. 0-1 count here for Hayden. A 1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good job there by Hayden just to lay off. So that breaking ball just dives right into the dirt. That'll leave in the count at 1-1. 2 outs, no men on. High and away fastball. Doesn't phase Hayden just at all. So move ahead in the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. This one right down the middle. That'll be strike number 2 as Casey comes right back to even the count at 2-2. Fastball shanked to the left side over the Dean dugout out of play. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Casey 1 pitch away. So this will be number 32 for him coming up. 1 pitch away from getting out of this third inning with another goose egg on the board in the run column. This one outside, and that'll be a 2-out walk here for Hayden. So now he'll head up the first base line, and that'll bring Dorito, the DH, and the 3-hole hitter, to the plate. He was 1 for 1. He drove in that first run and only run for Dean. We'll see what he can do right here in AB number 2. Now there may be, yeah, it may be a 3-2 count actually, due to an error on the scoreboard there that should bring Hayden back to the plate. because now that's exactly what will happen. So it'll actually be a 3-2 count, taking away the walk. Just an error on the scoreboard right there, as we'll do this thing over again. 3-2 count on left fielder Brian Hayden. Still 2 men gone, no men aboard now. As Casey will get back in the windup and deal a 3-2 pitch. A breaking ball falls in the zone, and Casey comes through to get a nice strikeout looking there on Hayden. And there's a 1-2-3 inning, 2 back-to-back here for Casey, putting up goose eggs in that run column for Dean. To the bottom of the third we go. Score still tied, 1 apiece. Neither team scoring since the first inning. Pacers coming to bat right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Leadoff man Gavin Taylor for the Pacers will be back up here to get things started in the bottom half of the third. 1-1 ball game. Taylor 1 for 1 in his first AB, and he was that one and only run to cross the plate here for Peace way back in the first inning, as he'll get things going in the third. Alex Seaton, second baseman for the Pacers, he'll be next on deck. McAloon back on the mound for Dean, pitch number 42 of his day. Will be rolled strike number 1 in the zone. Taylor went around on a check swing, but called strike regardless. That'll be an 0-1 opening count here to start the bottom of the third. Gavin Taylor. Oh, 1 pitch. On the outside half, that'll be called strike number 2. As Taylor, Rockingham Community College transfer this season for the Pacers, finds himself in a quick 0-2 hole to start the bottom of the third of what's been a fairly quick game so far. Pretty clean baseball overall, as this next pitch will be on the lower outside corner for ball number 1, just off the plate. This one inside. Good job by Taylor as he evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. This one sent out to the left field gap, and that'll get down easily. Taylor with 1. He's rounding first, heading to second. The throw coming in time. Tag not in time. And Taylor gets himself a leadoff double. Right fielder Gavin Taylor, 2 for 2 now following his double. So now he's in scoring position yet again. That one and only run to score so far tonight for the Pacers back in the first inning. So now Alex Seaton will be up. He struck out in his first AB. A good battle, but he did end up striking out back in the first inning. First pitch to Seaton, outside, as the zone stretches just a bit there, and that'll be called on the outside corner. Starting Seaton off, 0-1. It's now a spin move to keep Taylor close out there at second with an 0-1 count. Nobody out just yet. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom third. McLoon sets and deals this one low. That'll be ruled ball 1. So that'll now even things up here with second baseman Alex Seaton. 1 ball and 1 strike. First baseman Tyshawn Barrett on deck here for the Pacers, bottom of the third. A few looks out to Gavin Taylor, and now McLoon will just take a quick step off the rubber. Taylor will stay where he is. Taylor, who stole both second and third in his last trip on the base pass. Definitely a speed threat there, as now this one's chopped down third base line. That'll be strike number 2 on Alex Seaton, 1-2 count. Four hits so far for the Pacers. Now a swing on and missed, and Alex Seaton goes down swinging for the second time here tonight, and that'll bring up first baseman Tyshawn Barrett, transfer in from Pitt Community College. Barrett 0 for 1 so far here tonight. Flew out in his last AB. Gavin Taylor, man in scoring position at second base, is now McLoon will spin and keep Taylor close. No throw. Now McLoon will step off the rubber yet again. Taylor will stay where he is in his lead position. No doubt McLoon remembering those 2 bags that Taylor stole in his first trip on the base pass, as this next pitch will be low and away. Score still 1-1. Bottom half of the third, 1 man gone. Tyshawn Barrett, first baseman for the Pacers, in the box here, 1-0 count. So now this will be a screaming ground ball sent out to left field. Taylor rounds third. Throw cut off. No throw to the plate as Taylor scores run number 2 for him tonight, and run number 2 for the Pacers tonight. As now Taylor's going to get called out at home. As they brought in the throw, and they sent a throw into the catcher and had the catcher tag the plate, and the umpire rules Taylor out, essentially assuming that he didn't touch the plate. So after a quick conversation with head coach for the Pacers, Chris Duty, it looks like that call will stand. So the score will stay right where it is at 1-1. That'll bring shortstop Hunter Ward to the plate. Ward just about a foot shy of a bomb in his first AB back in the first inning. Ended up driving in that first and only run of the night for the Pacers. Sending one out to left field off the top of the wall. He'll take a strike here, 0-1. 2 men gone now, following Taylor getting called out at the plate. Tyshawn Barrett still at first, following his single. So now McAloon will step off and keep Barrett close to the bag. Barrett, although a power hitter and although a corner guy out in the field, he's still a threat with his legs as well. If there's one thing we've learned this season, so now the next pitch will be taken for a ball. And now Barrett on his way to second, throw to first, throw to second, and they're going to call Barrett out at second. As now Coach Chris Duty will go out and have a word with the field umpire, who initially motioned that Barrett was safe, and then he went to call him out. So I can understand the confusion there. And that will conclude, as that call will stand, as Coach Chris Duty will head back towards the Pacer dugout. That'll conclude the third inning. A few interesting plays nonetheless, but still Pacers goose egg in the run column following that one run they scored in the first inning. 1-1 ball game through 3 innings. To the top of the fourth we go. We'll be right back on the Pacers Sports Network. Andrew Dorito. He'll be next up in the box here for Dean. Big swing and a miss there. Almost takes the helmet off of Dorito. As Casey picks right back up where he left off. 2 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Casey in the second and third. And he gets off on the right note here. 0-1. 0-1 pitch from Casey. Chopped third base line. Foul. Now a quick 0-2 hole here for Dorito. This one a fastball high from Casey. Still count in his favor, though. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, no men on here for Dean. Tie ball game 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. So now this next one will be in the dirt as Dorito evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there from Casey, swung on and missed, and he picks up right where he left off in the third. Picking up another strikeout, this one in the dirt. Dorito just swings right over it. That'll bring Jeff Sharnick to the plate. Sharnick, the catcher for Dean, 0 for 1, and he's now 0 and 1 in the count as Casey gets ahead with a fastball called. Oh, 1 pitch from Casey. This one hit down third base line. Pennell fields, throws, and gets it. Tyshawn Barrett stretches out for the play. 2 quick outs here for Casey. And 1 pitch away from his third straight 1-2-3 inning. So now that'll bring Sullivan, the left fielder for Dean, up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Sullivan struck out in his first trip to the plate. So now he'll take a fastball on the outside corner as Casey absolutely rolling. At this point, 0-1 count. 2 men gone, no men on for Dean. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball fouled towards the Pacer dugout, and now an 0-2 haul for Sullivan. Now swung on and missed. Sullivan goes down swinging as he attempted to call time in the box mid windup for Casey, but does not get granted permission. And that'll be strike number 3 and out number 3 as he goes down swinging a second time here tonight. And Casey in an absolute groove, 3 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. So now we head to the bottom of the 4th, still knotted up at 1 apiece. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. It'll be Ward, Barber, and Montrose to get things started here in the bottom of the 4th. We left off in the 3rd with Ward, the shortstop for the Pacers, at the plate. As Tyshawn Barrett, Pacer first baseman, got hosed trying to steal second, and that's how we ended the bottom half of the 3rd. 1-1 still to score here in the bottom of the 4th. Pacers looking to get a little something going here after 2 scoreless innings. Hunter Ward takes strike number 1 to get ahead, or excuse me, McAloon gets ahead here, the pitcher for Dean. Still the starter on the mound here in the 4th inning. He gets ahead 0-1. This one close on the outside for Ward, but it'll be ruled ball number 1. Evening the count at 1-1. 4 hits so far here tonight for the Pacers. 1 run scored as we are tied 1-1. Both Dean and Peace scored that 1 run in the first inning of their respective halves, as now this one will be in the dirt for ball number 2. Hunter Ward in his first AB just missing a 2-run homer that would have given Peace the lead. Instead of tying it, but I'm sure they'll take what they got nonetheless as he put one off the left field wall just under the yellow stripe out there at the wall, as this will be called strike number 2, evening the count at 2-2. McAloon in his wind-up. This one fouled straight back off the catcher, Sharnick, as he'll just take a moment to shake that one off. Two-two count here for Hunter Ward. Logan Barber, the left fielder for the Pacers, on deck. Nobody out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch from McAloon. Swung on and missed on what was kind of a half. I kind of wanted to swing, I kind of didn't want to swing, but he gets called strike 3 nonetheless. And there's out number 1 here for Dean. So they open things up on the right note here in the bottom of the 4th. Logan Barber now up at the plate. 0 for 1 in his first trip to the plate. Flew out and left a man on as well. So now he'll sky this one to the right side in the infield. As now nearly losing it. But Ben Chajette, first baseman for Dean, takes control of this one in the infield, and there's 2 quick outs here for Dean in the bottom half of the 4th. Nick Montrose at the plate, DH for the Pacers. 0 for 1 in his first trip. Montrose grounded out in his first trip up to the plate. 0-0 pitch in the dirt. That'll make the count 1-0 in favor of Montrose, the one of 2 seniors for the Pacers in this lineup here tonight. Montrose, one of the seniors. Nate Holt, the center fielder, the other. So they'll represent the upperclassmen for the Pacers with distinction here tonight. Montrose taking this one on the outer half, ball number 2, as he gets ahead with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom 4 from Carey. This one inside, ball number 3, is Montrose in full control. 3 balls and no strikes, as he'll likely be taking here. (3-0). And that'll be taken low. That'll be a quick 4-0 walk here for DH Nick Montrose, as he'll head down to first with 2 men gone. So he'll be the first base runner of the inning for the Pacers. And now freshman catcher for the Pacers, Cole Robbins, will come up for his second appearance. Robbins 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first trip up to the plate. First pitch on the outer half to Robbins as he gets down in the count early. 0-1. .63 pitches so far here for McAloon in his 4th inning of work. As now the left-handed pitcher will just send a pickoff move over to Montrose at first. Montrose will slide back in safely. So now Robbins will get back in the box for his 0-1 pitch. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts for McAloon as well. 0-1 pitch, up and out, evening the count at 1-1. 4 hits for the Pacers so far tonight. 2 for Dean. McAloon gives a few looks out to Montrose, comes to the plate with it. This will be grounded to the shortstop. It's now a quick throw and a force out at second base will get Montrose, and that will end inning number 4. So no runs scored by either side. Goose eggs across the board since inning number 1, where they were both able to score 1 run apiece. 1-1 ball game from here from Cary. We're heading to the 5th right here on the Pacer Sports Network. Giuseppe Casabianca will be up next here for Dean. Still tied 1 apiece. Robbie Casey back on the mound here for the Pacers to start inning number 5. As Casabianca takes a breaking ball on the outside. Close, but not close enough as it will be ruled ball number 1. 1-0 count to start for Casabianca. Now a fastball sent out to the left field gap, and that'll be down for at least a single. Casabianca rounding first hard, but a nice throw in from Nate Holt out in the gap. We'll keep Casabianca at first here for a leadoff single, and that'll be hit number 4 for Dean. So they look to try and add to that 1 run that they scored in the first. Still a 1-1 ball game. Neither team scoring since the first inning, where they both were able to get 1 run apiece in their respective halves. That'll bring Fish, the center fielder, to the plate, following the leadoff single from Casabianca. Robbie Casey gives a few looks and comes to the plate, and now this one's sent out to the outfield. Nate Holt patrolling. So he'll just take care of that just to the left of center field. And that'll be a quick 1-pitch out number 1. Casabianca stays at first. Now that'll bring Ben Chajette up to the plate here with 1 out and 1 man on. 0 for 1 in his first AB. From a ground out. Pick off over to first base. Is Casabianca able to get back in safely? First pitch close on the inner half. That'll be ruled ball number 1. One-0 pitch. This one low, outside as well. More low than anything else. That'll be ruled ball number 2 as Chajette able to get ahead here, 2-0. .52 pitches so far for Casey as he deals pitch number 53, a fastball high. Now a 3-0 count here for Chajette. 5 strikeouts here for Casey. He's given up 3 hits and only 1 run. And really a nice last 3 innings that he's had. He was able to go 1, 2, 3 in each of those last 3 innings. So now he'll deal a 3-0 pitch in there for strike number 1, 3-1. Casey sets. Few looks over to first base and deals 3-1. Casabianca on his way to second, but this one fouled down third base line. And now the count full as Casey works his way back in. Casabianca will head back to first and we'll do this thing over again now at full count. Three-two pitch. Now this one lined out to shortstop. Ward dives, misses it by maybe an inch, but doesn't get a glove on it at all. And Logan Barber will just get back in, or he'll get the throw back in, and that'll be a 1-out single there for Chajette, his first hit of the night, and hit number 5 for Dean. So now they have a man in scoring position, Casabianca, who moves up to second base. DeVidio takes ball number 1 to open the AB with a 1-0 count. DeVidio, the Dean shortstop, 0 for 1 in his first AB. He grounded out. Check to second base, and Casey comes to the plate with it, and this is between the short and third hole. Casabianca on his way to the plate. Throw won't be in time as it'll just be cut off by the third baseman, Pinnell. And just like that, Dean takes a 1-run lead, getting their first run by anybody since the first inning, as they take a 2-1 lead here in the top half of the 5th. Matt Callahan, leadoff man for Dean. He'll take strike number 1 following the 1-out RBI single. Brian Hayden on deck. This one will be in the dirt, but good job there by Robbins to keep it in front. So runners will stay where they are, so that'll even the count at 1-1. Casey sets, gives a glance to second base, deals. This one grounded to the third base side. Pinnell fields, but he'll field it just in foul territory, and that'll be strike number 2, taking us to a 1-2 count. This one low in the dirt. Another good job by Robbins to keep it in front. So the runners will stay where they are at first and second. Chajette out there in scoring position at second. DeVidio at first following his RBI single here with 1 out. 2-2 even count here for leadoff man and second baseman for Dean, Matt Callahan. Quick pitch here from Casey in the dirt again. And Robbins keeps it in front again, and now we'll take it to full count, 3-2. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again, full count. Casey sets and deals. And this one will be lined right back towards the umpire. Out in the field, this one will get through to Nate Holt in center. Throw to the plate. In time. Tag, and he's gone. Nate Holt from center field absolutely hoses Chajette trying to score, as that would have put Dean up 3-1. But that run will be cut down where it stands, and it will stay at 2-1. Dean still up 1. Great play for out number 2 there by Nate Holt. Runner will move up to third. It'll be DeVidio at third in scoring position, 90 feet away. Callahan, the leadoff man, will be at first following his one-out single. Now 2 outs following the thrown-out runner at the plate. So now this first pitch will be in the dirt for ball number 1. Good job by Robbins, having a heck of an inning behind the dish, as he'll keep that in front, and the runner will stay at third, and runner will stay at first as well. Right fielder Hayden at the plate. Hayden 0 for 2 so far tonight. This is his third trip to the box. Casey deals, 1-0 pitch, outside, now 2-0. Men at the corners, 2 gone. Dean up 1. Casey deals. This one outside, and now the count moves to 3-0. So walk here would load the bases. This one outside as Casey gets into the strike column here. Still down in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike in favor of Hayden. Next pitch. And that'll be high for ball number 4. It's now bases loaded full of Bulldogs. And now pitching coach Dylan Finks of your Pacers will come out and have a word with Casey. Bases loaded, 2 men out. Dorito coming up here for Dean. We'll take a short break and we'll return to the 5th inning of play right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Mitch Bador will be the new arm on the mound here for the Pacers as Casey concludes his day of work. Good solid day for Casey. Gave up only 2 runs. 1 in the first, 1 here in the 5th. So now this one's skied to the right side by Dorito. Gavin Taylor there. And Bador comes in out of the Pacer bullpen, throws 1 pitch to get out of the bases loaded jam. 1 run scored there for Dean. They take the lead 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Pacers coming to bat. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. It'll be Nate Holt to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th. 2-1 your score. Dean, who took the lead last inning. A few nice hits on their part. Ended up loading the bases, but Mitch Bador, first arm out of the Pacer bullpen, comes in and gets 1 quick out, a 1-pitch fly out. And that is how we get to where we are right here. 2-1 your score, and now Nate Holt gets strike number 1 called on him. He squared for a bunt, pulled back, but it's a called strike anyway. .66 pitches here for McAloon in his 5th inning of work. He struck out 5, walked 1, giving up 1 run back in the first inning to the Pacers. Giving up 4 hits as well. 0-1 pitch. This one will be skied in the infield. That'll be the shortstop DeVidio to put that one away for a quick out number 1. It's now third baseman, the freshman Garrett Pennell, will be up next at the box. He struck out swinging in his first AB a couple innings ago. Oh, pitch to Pennell. Swung on and missed, similarly to the strike 3 that he swung through and missed his first trip up to the bat. So he'll pick off where he left off. Oh, 1 pitch to Pennell, inside and low, but it'll be on the inner corner. And that'll be a quick 0-2 hole here for Garrett Pennell. So try to get something going here for the Pacers in the bottom half of the 5th. Pacers trailing 2-1. 0-2 pitch to Pennell. Swung on and missed on the outer half as he's been struggling with that one all day. And there's out number 2. 2 quick outs, one by Nate Holt flying out here in the infield to the shortstop. The video putting that one away, and Pennell will swing through strike number 3 right here. And now back to the top of the Pacer lineup we go. Gavin Taylor's 3rd trip up to the plate. His first 2 were pretty darn good, to say the least. as he is now 2 for 2. He's that one and only run to cross the plate for the Pacers back in the first inning. Taylor a single and a doubled in his last AB, and now he'll take a strike on the inner half. Did not like the call, but it'll be an 0-1 count here for Taylor regardless. This one low, close take, but it'll be a good one by Taylor, evening the count at 1-1. This one low and away on the other side of where that ball previously was, and that'll take us now to a 2-1 count. 2 men gone, nobody on here for Peace. Gavin Taylor looking to get number 3 in his hit column today. Number 5 for Peace, as they're working with 4 hits as a team so far, as now he'll foul this one back. 2-2 count here for Taylor, evening the count. Now Taylor will call time in the box, take a quick step back. Here with 2-2, 2 gone, nobody on. Pacers trailing 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 5th. And now that'll be Taylor called strike number 3 on the lower half. Pretty similar to a ball he got called out there a little earlier in the AB, but this one called for strike 3, and that'll end the 5th inning. McAloon started for Dean on the mound, working through 5 innings, and he's got 4 scoreless ones in his last 4. 2-1 your score, Dean on top by 1. To the top of the 6th we go. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Jeff Sharnick, junior from Stratford, Connecticut, he'll take to the plate. Here as we get things started in the top half of the 6th. Pacers trailing 2-1. Both Dean and Peace scoring 1 run apiece in the first inning, and then scoreless for quite a while to the last inning when Dean able to take a 1-run lead in the top half of the last inning. It's now Mitch Baddour back out on the mound, the first reliever out of that Pacer bullpen, able to come in and get a 1-pitch out to get out of a bases-loaded jam in the last inning. So he starts the 6th off with a ball, 1-0. This one shanked to the right side over the Peace dugout, and that'll even the count at 1-1. One pitch from Baddour. This will be poked out to shallow left field. And now that looks like it'll drop as Nate Holt comes all the way in from center field, dives, and doesn't make the play. Kind of surprised that the shortstop not able to get back there and try and make a play, because that's a long way for this, or at least the left fielder. I mean, that's a long way for Holt to have to come out from center field to try and make that play, as we see right there, because if, as one of the speedier outfielders you're going to find in this conference in the USA South, if he can't get to it, that might be a good sign that somebody else might want to take charge. And so that'll be ruled a single. And now this is a fly ball in the infield, left side, as Hunter Ward will take control, and that'll be a quick out number 1. Pitch. Low in the dirt. Good job by Robbins. Really good job by Robbins all night. He's had several balls that he's been able to keep in front with runners on. Being able to keep them at the bag they started at is now 1-0 pitch will be a low strike, evening the count 1-1. This one chopped up the middle, shortstop side. Ward tags the bag and makes the double play, and that'll end the 6th. Good inning of work by Mitch Bador, following the bloop single to left field. Gets 3 quick outs, bang, bang, bang. And to the bottom of the 6th we go. No runs scored there by Dean. They still lead, however, 2-1. Pacers coming to try and have something to say about that as we come back on the Pacers Sports Network for the bottom half of the 6th. Two on your score here in the bottom half of the 6th. Alex Seaton Second baseman for the Pacers coming up for his third AB of the night, striking out swinging in his first two. As he's been struggling a bit tonight, as it's almost like they've been pitching around him a little bit on the corners. As that one will be a changeup in for strike number one. This one low into the dirt. That'll be rolled ball one. So it'll even the count here for Seton 1-1. Tyshawn Barrett in the on-deck circle for the Pacers. One pitch to Seton. And that'll be lined between short and third. Just a meatball right down the middle. And Seton makes him pay right there to get a quick leadoff single in the bottom half of the sixth. And the Pacers will need more of that here, trailing 2-1 as we come down the stretch of this game. Tyshawn Barrett, Pacer first baseman, up next. 1 for 2 so far here tonight, as he was thrown out trying to steal in his last trip around the bases. It's now a pickoff move from McAloon as he'll keep Seton close. Seton will just get back in standing. McAloon sets. Quick look over to Seton and comes to the plate. Barrett takes. So it'll be a strike on the outside corner, getting things off 0-1. 7 strikeouts tonight here for McAloon. As he enters his 6th inning of work. He's only walked 1, giving up 1 run back in the first. It's been pretty clean for him so far, as now he'll pick back over to first. Seton gets in standing. Still an 0-1 count here for Barrett. And now another pick over to first base. Seton back in again. McAloon sets yet again, gives another look to Seton, comes to the plate, and now a pitch out, but gets away from the catcher, and Seton makes McAloon pay for the little cat and mouse game over at first base, and now he'll take second and move into scoring position here as the Pacers only trail by 1. And now a 1-1 even count here for Barrett. Barrett second in average overall on this team, hitting .361 as he'll take ball number 2 right there. Barrett, that .361 average coming off of 22 hits in his 61 at-bats so far here in 2020. He's got 3 doubles, 5 triples, and 16 RBIs to his credit, not to mention 16 times he's come across the plate himself, and now he takes a big hack at a ball that was low and away. Nice pitch from McAloon to get Barrett to chase, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Alex Seton still in scoring position at second, following advancing on the wild pitch. Now McAloon will take another step off towards Seton at second base. No throw this time. 2-2 pitch. It'll be hit over to the left side, gets past the third baseman. Seton gets to third safely. Barrett gets to first. So that should be ruled an infield single because it didn't touch the glove of the third baseman. And that'll bring up Hunter Ward, who drove in that first and only run for the Pacers back in the first inning with his RBI double when he scored Gavin Taylor from second base. So now he'll hit with another opportunity for more with runners at the corners. Alex Seaton, 90 feet away at third. Tyshawn Barrett at first following the infield single. No men gone. 0-0 pitch to Ward. On the outer half, but not quite in the zone, as Ward gets ahead here 1-0. McAloon sets. 1-0 pitch. And it's ripped down the third base line and maybe less than a half of a foot from being at least one run, if not two, if Barrett could have motored around from first to home. But it'll be a long strike, and we'll do it over again. Count 1-1 here for the Pacers shortstop, Ward. This one low in the dirt. Good job by the catcher to keep this one out in front. Sharnick back there behind the plate for Dean, doing a good job blocking that up. Runners will stay where they are at the corners. It'll still be a 2-1 count in favor of Ward, looking to drive in his second, maybe even third run of the game. And now a pickoff move to first. Seaton will drift off of third just a bit. Barrett gets back in safely, standing. 2-1 your score. Bottom six, nobody out. Men at the corners. 2-1 count here on Hunter Ward. Two-one pitch. And sent out to left field. There's a run. Barrett rounds second, coming into third. Throw not even close to being in time. And that's the second RBI double for Hunter Ward. 2-2 ball game. And now with two men in scoring position in a tie ball game, that'll bring Logan Barber to the plate, but it looks like Coach Ernie May will come out and potentially make a move as he's got a guy warming up over in the Dean bullpen. Meanwhile, we'll take a short break. Pacers tied up at 2 apiece following shortstop Hunter Ward's second RBI double of the night. Be back after this. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Nick Tortora will be the new arm out on the mound for Dean following the exit of Tyler McAloon. Good night here for McAloon. Just happened to give up another run here in the 6th, and Coach May not wasting any time on bringing in a fresh arm. Tie ball game, 2-2. And now Logan Barber hitting with 2 men in scoring position. Infield playing in for Dean. First pitch up and away by a wide margin. That'll be ball 1, 1-0 count here for Barber. So he'll hit with 2 men in scoring position and could potentially give Peace their first lead of the game. Peace able to knot up Dean 1-1 in the first inning. Dean takes a 2-1 lead back in the 5th, making it a 2-1 game, and now Peace responds here in the 6th yet again, knotting it up at 2. Barber here with a nice commanding 2-0 count, as he'll likely be looking fastball and just try and get something in play. Outside half, good pitch there from Tortora, freshman lefty from Barre, Massachusetts, product of Quabbin Regional High School. It's appeared in 5 games prior to this one this season. So now Barber sends one to the right side. Throw to the plate in time. Tag. And they're going to say Barrett is safe. Pacers take the lead 3-2. And now Coach May will come out and have a word, as now the catcher seems to be a bit shaken up. Jeff Sharnick back there behind the plate, as it was nothing intentional, but Barrett did slide in. You know, Barrett's one of the bigger guys on the team. Just a hard slide colliding with a hard attempted tag. But now the Pacers take a 3-2 lead here late. So it looks like Sharnick trying to see if he can just walk this off. Nick Montrose will be the next man up here as the Pacers DH hitter. He'll hit with men at the corners. Hit number 7 there following Logan Barber's RBI single. So it'll actually be ruled as a fielder's choice, not necessarily a single, as the throw went straight to the plate. But Tyshawn Barrett able to be that third run in the go-ahead run for the Pacers, giving them their first lead of the day. Meanwhile, the pitch on Montrose, first pitch will be ruled strike number 1 here from Tortora. Barber at first, Hunter Ward at third, and now Montrose swings through a nice changeup from Tortora. And now that'll be a quick 0-2 hole for the Pacer DH. Catcher Cole Robbins on deck is now still nobody out. And now Barber on the move. 0-2 pitch taken out to right field and deep. And it gets over the head of the right fielder. Montrose does it again. There's an RBI. That's a 2-run lead for the Pacers. Barber rounds third hard. He'll go back to third. Nice throw in from the outfield. But meanwhile, Montrose drives in yet another RBI as he will come through again, giving the Pacers a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th of what's been a 3-run inning for the Pacers. And now Coach May will likely bring out a new arm here for Dean. So that'll likely be it for Tortora. Take a short break right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers take a 4-2 lead, bottom of the 6th, still nobody out, following an RBI double from Nick Montrose to right field. We'll be back after a quick break. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Ryan Stover, junior lefty, will be in to pitch now for Dean after things beginning to unravel. They entered the inning with a 2-1 lead, and now the Pacers have a 4-2 lead following an RBI from Logan Barber and then another RBI on a double from DH Nick Montrose. So now the first pitch, a ball here to catcher Cole Robbins. Still nobody out as the Pacers continue to put it on thick here in the bottom half of the sixth. 3 runs they've scored. Now a 1-0 count here for Robbins, 2 men aboard. On the outer half, it'll be called strike number 1, evening the count at 1-1. Logan Barber, the guy at third base in scoring position, 90 feet away. Nick Montrose at second following his RBI double. So Montrose just continues to come through with timely hitting for the Pacers. Montrose had his hand in 2 runs in what was a 3-2 loss for the Pacers on Sunday to Piedmont. And he's now driven in another run, number 4 for the Pacers here tonight. So they've got a 4-2 lead over the Dean Bulldogs. 1-2 count here for Robbins. The pitch. Low in the dirt. Good job by the catcher Sharnick, who remained in the game following a little bit of a collision with Tyshawn Barrett when run number 3 came across. Count even now, 2-2. Now this one sent out to right field. Catch made, out number 1. Meanwhile, Barber tags, gets to the plate as the catcher Sharnick goes in for the tag, but Barber will come in standing, and there is run number 5. Sac fly there for catcher Cole Robbins. It's right fielder Hayden able to make the catch out there in shallow right field near the foul line, but throw in not in time to get Logan Barber. Nick Montrose still out at second base, not tagging on the play. Pacers now up 5-2. 4 runs here in this inning. It's now speedy Nate Holt, center fielder for the Pacers, up at the plate. He'll take ball 1 high. Couple looks out to Montrose at second. Stover deals ball number 2 outside here to Montrose. Stover from Middleborough, Massachusetts, went to Middleborough High School. And that'll be strike number 1 here to Nate Holt. This one low in the dirt, and then I'll take the count to 3-1, well in favor of Nate Holt. Ryan Stover, appearing in just 1 game so far this season, making his second appearance of the season here tonight. A little bit of a tricky situation. It's now the 3-1 pitch in there for a ball, a bit low. Initially thought it would be a ball, but it looked like the umpire may make a late call, but he did not, and so Nate Holt will trot down to first base. So now he's on first, Nick Montrose still at second, and now Jackson May will pinch hit. Guy who took the walk that would end up walking in the winning run in a walk-off walk fashion in Game 2 on Saturday afternoon against Piedmont, the one win that they got in that 3-game series with Piedmont. So now May will hit with 1 out and 2 men on. Pacers leading 5-2. So he'll square to bunt. Up the first base line it goes. It's staying fair, and now the pitcher will come, and it's going to be called fair. Stover attempted to come over, and as the ball, it was literally running right up the foul line on the first base side, and Stover tried to come in and swipe it out of bounds, but call is made and was called fair, and now the base is loaded of Pacers. So now leadoff man Gavin Taylor, who's having a heck of a night of his own, he'll come up here with bases loaded. Taylor, who scored the first run of the night for the Pacers when he came across in the first inning, takes a ball in the dirt. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front. Runners will stay where they are. Taylor 2 for 3, scoring that run in the first. He's singled and doubled. First baseman Tyshawn Baird and shortstop Hunter Ward also 2 for 3 here tonight, as they're the top Pacers at the plate here this evening. And Taylor gets ahead 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out. Pacers leading 5-2, having scored 4 this inning. Two-oh pitch. This one low, and now 3-0. That'll be ruled strike number 1, as Taylor will just take the 3-0. Count still well in his favor, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch to Taylor. This one will be skied to the right side, still in play. It's now first baseman Chajette will drop this one in foul territory, so that'll move the count to 3-2. And we'll do this one over again as Taylor comes back towards the box. Second baseman Alex Seaton on deck here for the Pacers. Full count. And that's going to be low. And that'll be ball 4. That'll send Gavin Taylor up the first base line, and that'll bring home Nick Montrose. Having had an RBI of his own this inning, he'll have a run as well. So now Pacers will be on top here 6-2. Alex Seaton hitting with bases still loaded, 1 man out. As things going from bad to worse here from Dean, it all kind of started when they pulled their starter, McAloon. And now safe at the plate, Holt. "7-2 Pacers. One-0 count here for Seaton. Stover comes set, men on first and second, pitch outside, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Things going from bad to worse to just a straight-up clown show here by the Pacers to Dean, as Nate Holt able to steal home. Not something you see every day. There's a few things you don't see every day. It's usually an in-the-park home run and somebody stealing home, but Nate Holt, somebody of his speed, is definitely the guy you would call on to do just that. So it'll be ruled a ball right here. Alex Seaton, second baseman at the plate. One man gone, 2 men aboard. Pacers on top, 7-2. And now this one skied in the infield left side. As now that'll be caught. Third baseman Casabianca will record out number 2 from the pop fly. So now Seaton goes over there. Tyshawn Barrett will come up to the plate here for the Pacers. He's 2 for 3 so far tonight. He's got a run as well. One of those 7 runs for the Pacers. They've scored 6 this inning. Scoring 1 in the first. Goose eggs the second, third, fourth, and fifth. And just unloading this inning. And I got a funny feeling they might not be done yet. Barrett, 0-0 pitch. This one high. That'll be ball number 1. 2 men still on. Gavin Taylor at first. Shortstop Hunter Ward on deck here for the Pacers. One 0 pitch. Inside, almost hits Barrett in the ankle area. Meanwhile, ball will get past the catcher and get to the backstop. Runners will move up a base. Now men at second and third. 2 men on in scoring position for the Pacers with 2 men gone. Ripped down third base line. Barrett plates 1. Gavin Taylor motors around third. There's 2. Barrett on his way to second, and he's now 3 for 4. Pacers up 9-2. Shortstop Hunter Ward, the 0-0 pitch. This one low in the dirt. That'll be ball number 1. Tyshawn Barrett in scoring position at second. And following here's base clearing 2-out double. Drove in 2 runs there. Is now Pacers, who came into the inning trailing 2-1. They now lead 9-2. 10 hits total here for the Pacers. Outside half, not quite enough, and now it's a 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch. This one in there, low and away. Nice pitch here against Hunter Ward, who's still in command of the AB. 2 balls and a strike. High and away, that'll be ball number 3. Logan Barber, left fielder for the Pacers, on deck if Hunter Ward could extend the inning. 3-1 pitch. High and away, and there's a 2-out walk. That'll bring left fielder Logan Barber to the plate. Barber 1 for 3. Barber 0 for 3. He does have an RBI, however. On one of his flyouts, he's able to get a run in. So now Barrett on his way to third, Hunter Ward on his way to second, and he'll be called safe at second. Throw looked to be in time. As now both runners advance, 2 men on scoring position yet again for the Pacers here with 2 outs. Barber also scoring a run his one and only trip on the base pass when he made it on by fielder's choice. So he is responsible for 2 runs here tonight, 1 RBI and 1 run himself, as he gets ahead here 2-0 with 2 men in scoring position. Two-0 pitch. Inside, that'll catch the corner. Count still in favor of Barber, 2-1. And Barber sends this one towards the right field gap. Nobody close. It's heading to the wall. 2 men score. Barber falls halfway between first and second, and now he's on his way to third. Throw in from the cutoff man. Barber's in with a 2-out triple. 2-run score. Pacers lead 11-2. Nick Montrose will be up next, Pacer DH here with 2 outs, and now Logan Barber at third, but Coach May looks like he will come out and make a pitching change here for Dean. Pacers 11-2 they lead here in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Junior right-hander Gio Filippone will be up next here out of the Dean bullpen. What an unraveling of the inning here for Dean. I mean, it's been a pretty clean ball game up to this point. Both teams scored a run in the first. Goose eggs up until the fifth inning when Dean got a run, so they took a lead 2-1. Still goose eggs at that point for the Pacers until this inning. And then, the starter, McAloon, for Dean gives up 5. Pacers knock him out of the game. And really, once that happened, the floodgates just opened, and now Pacers lead 11-2 here after a 10-run 6th inning. And now it'll be Nick Montrose, DH for the Pacers, who had a hand in this big lead earlier in the inning. He'll be up next here as Filippone starts him out with a ball, 1-0. Logan Barber at third following his 2-out triple that brought in 2 runs. It's now 2-0 count here for Montrose. Montrose 1 for 2 with an RBI double earlier in the inning, and then ended up scoring himself, so responsible for 2 of those 10 runs that the Pacers have brought in this inning, where they currently lead 11-2 here in the bottom 6th. 2-1 pitch, Montrose fouls it straight back, and Gio Filippone with a 2-2 count on Pacer DH Nick Montrose, 1 pitch away from finally putting an in and stopping the bleeding here in the 6th for Dean. So they've got a big mountain to climb if they want to get back in this with 3 more ABs to go. Swing and a miss by Montrose, and Filippone finally puts a Band-Aid on it, and that'll be out number 3. But meanwhile, Pacers bring in 10 here in the bottom of the 6th and take an 11-2 lead. To the top of the 7th we go from the USA National Training Complex in Cary. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Warren Gay now out on the mound here out of the bullpen for the Pacers in his first outing of the year. So he'll deal strike one straight away. One of the sidearmers out of the Pacer bullpen. Interestingly enough, 2 years ago when he first came to the Pacers as a freshman, he was a third baseman, an infielder, third and second base if I recall, and between his freshman and sophomore seasons in the summer, he transitioned to a submarine sidearm guy out of the bullpen. So interesting story there for Warren Gay as he gets ahead here and the count is even at 1-1, and now this one's sent out to second base, but right to Alex Seaton, and Gay gets out number one. That'll bring Gregory Palis to the plate, a pinch hitter here for Dean. They trail 11-2 here in the top of the seventh, following a 10-run inning for the Pacers, last inning in the sixth. First pitch from Gay, a little low. That'll be ball number one. That'll be in there. Strike number one, evening the count at 1-1 here for Warren Gay. Now swung on and missed, and now Gay gets ahead here, 1-2. One man gone, nobody on for Dean in the top half of the seventh. Now this will be chopped down third base line. Barber fields and gets a throw across, and there is out number two as Logan Barber transitions in from left field to third, where he actually started the season. It's now Jackson May will be manning left field where he started the season. Two quick outs here for Gay out of the bullpen here in the top of the seventh. So now DeVidio will be up next for Dean. Oh, pitch. On the outside corner, Gay gets ahead there, 0-1. Now this one grounded to the right side. Seaton gets over, makes the play, and there's the inning. Top half of the seventh done, 1-2-3. Great job from Warren Gay in his first appearance of 2020 out of the Pacer bullpen. So that'll take us to the bottom half of the seventh. 11-2 from Cary. Pacers lead. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Cole Robbins will be up next here for the Pacers in the bottom of the 7th. The freshman catcher behind the plate here tonight. First pitch will be away for ball number 1. This one low, close, but it'll be ruled ball number 2. Next pitch in there, low and away. So it'll be strike number 1 here to Robbins. He's still ahead, 2-1. And now in there for strike number 2, evening the count at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out here for leadoff man for the Pacers this inning. Pitch up and in, and that'll take the count to full, 3-2. Pitch. This one chopped right back to the pitcher, and Filippone takes care of that for out number 1. Nate Holt will be up now here for the Pacers with 1 gone, nobody out in inning number 7. Pacers with an 11-2 lead, first pitch inside. This one away. It's now Holt in ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. This one high, now 3-0 here for the Pacers center fielder. So now Holt will just take the 3-0 pitch right down the middle as now the count moves to 3-1. Following Robbins' ground out back to the pitcher just a moment ago. 3-1 pitch in the dirt, and there's a 1-out walk. Jackson May will be up next. Left fielder for the Pacers as of the last inning. Leadoff man Gavin Taylor on deck. First pitch a little low and away. That'll be ruled strike number 1 against May. May, a freshman from Kernersville, North Carolina, transfer from Winthrop University, and now he chops one down the third baseline foul, getting in a quick 0-2 hole with 1 man out, and Nate Holt at first base following his 1-out walk. Pacers on top here 11-2 in the 7th. Now this one chopped down third base line again, and we'll do it again here at 0-2. Filippone will get a fresh ball from the home plate umpire, and we do this thing again at no balls, 2 strikes for Pacer left fielder Jackson May. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and May goes down swinging, and there's out number 2. Leadoff man Gavin Taylor up next. First pitch in there for a called strike. Taylor, 2 for 3 so far here tonight. He's responsible for 3 of those 11 runs. He's hit in an RBI, and he's crossed the plate twice himself for 2 runs. This next pitch will be strike number 2 as Taylor gets in a quick 0-2 hole, the Pacer right fielder. This one chopped to the left side. Third baseman throws. It's a short throw. First baseman not able to pick it, and Holt moves up to third. So it'll likely be a throwing error on Casabianca over there at third base, as the throw was just way too short for the now first baseman Gregory Palace. That'll bring Rafi Ortega up to the box, pinch hitter here for the Pacers. Ortega will be in there at the 2 hole in the lineup for Alex Seaton, which likely means Ortega will move out to second base once the Pacers retake the field in the top of the 8th. First pitch to Ortega in there for a nice outside strike from Filippone, working with 2 outs, men at the corners. Taylor following the error at first, and Holt 90 feet away in scoring position at third. Ortega, good eye there, takes low, evens the count at 1-1. Ortega, his first AB of the season right here, as he's got a 1-1 even count. Next pitch high as he gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the outside corner, a bit of a stretch on the zone. So that'll be called strike 2 looking. 2-2 count even. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men aboard for the Pacers. Men at the corners. Taylor at first. Holt at third. Filippone sets, deals. This one chopped to the third base side, and it gets past the shortstop. He knocks it down and keeps it in front, but it'll be ruled an error, a fielding error against the shortstop, DeVidio. So now Ortega gets on here. That'll plate Holt from third, moving the score from 12-2. Pacers now up 10 here in the bottom half of the 7th. Freshman Ethan May from Goldsboro, North Carolina, product of North Lenoir High School. He'll be up next. It's another pinch hitter here for the Pacers, following back-to-back errors by Dean, one by the third baseman on a throw from Casabianca, the other one on a fielding error from the shortstop, DeVidio, and now this will be an outside strike taken for strike number 1, 0-1 count. First AB here for Ethan May. So we'll take a ball here, even in the count at 1-1. This one low and away, and now May gets ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. This one inside, nearly grazing May, but not quite that far in. It'll be a 3-1 count. It's Filippone, 1 pitch away, in danger of walking the bases full. 3-1 pitch. This will be popped to the right side, foul territory, but still in play, and the catcher drops it. That'll be strike number 2 against May, taking the count to full, 3-2, following the dropped fly ball. Full count. This one chopped to the left side. Shortstop DeVidio fields, gets a throw across, but the pick not made from the first baseman. It gets past. So now Taylor scores easily. Ortega will hold at third, and May will hold at second following the throwing error from DeVidio. Palace not able to dig out the throw. Second one of the inning over there that he's had a wild throw made over to him. So now Parker Fernstrom will step into the box, a senior infielder from Cary, North Carolina. He'll hit with 2 men aboard. Pacers now up 11, 13-2. I believe if they were able to go up 12 right here, scoring one more run, and then we're able to get 3 outs in the 8th, I believe that would be a mercy rule, 12 after 8, as Fernstrom swings through strike number 2. So an 0-2 hole here early for Fernstrom. Ortega scoring position at third, May in scoring position at second. 0-2 pitch. This one inside. And that'll be a 1-2 count here for Parker. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and chopped to the left side. So now they're going to call Parker out over at first base on a one-hop throw across from Casabianca, and Palace able to dig this one out over there. 13-2 your score after 7. Pacers score 2 right there following their 10-run inning last inning. They add 2 more right there. To the top of the 8th we go. Pacers still on top, 13-2 from Cary, North Carolina. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Logan Flowers will be the new arm here on the mound for the Pacers out of the bullpen. Freshman right-hander is now ball sent out to the right field gap. Taylor Fields, and that'll be a lead-off single for Matt Callahan, leadoff man here for Dean in the top half of the 8th. Pacers on top, 13-2. And that'll bring Vincent Buenauto to the plate. Pitch here to Buenauto from Flowers. Be in the dirt for ball number 1. Pickoff move back to first. One pitch. This one sent out to the right side. Buenauto gets a nice pinch hit single. Nobody out just yet. Thomas Troy will move up to second base. Pinch runner in scoring position here for Dean. So now we'll have another pinch hitter, Zachary Bochnik. Bochnik will be up here with nobody out and 2 men on. First pitch on the outside half. So that'll be ruled strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch. This one chopped to the left side, out of play and foul. It's now Bochnik in a quick 0-2 hole. Nobody out just yet. 2 runners on. Troy at second. Buenauto at first following his no-out single. 0-2. Low and away, and that'll be ball number 1. 1-2 count here. Logan Flowers, freshman right-hander, getting a little bit of work in as the Pacers lead 13-2. Top half of the 8th. 1-2 pitch in there, and that'll be strike number 3 taken, and that'll sit down Bochnik. Now Ryan Gallagher will come back up to the plate. Pitch to Gallagher, and now runner on the move to third. Robbins throw down. Strong throw down from Robbins, just missed getting him. So now Dean with 2 men in scoring position as Troy will be 90 feet away from being run number 3. Dean hasn't scored since they scored that 1 run in the 5th. Pacers on top 13-2 here in the top half of the 8th. 1-0 pitch outside, just a bit too outside. Two-0 pitch, low and away. And now it'll be a 3-0 count here for Gallagher. This one taken in there. That'll be strike number 1. As Gallagher flipped his bat over towards the dugout as if he was expecting a walk, but that'll be a strike nonetheless. 3-1 the count, still in favor of Gallagher as he hits with 2 men in scoring position. Troy at third, Buonaiuto at second. Back-to-back singles those two had. Well, not Troy. Troy's the pinch runner. So now that'll load the bases full of Bulldogs here with only 1 man out. Bryce Riley, junior outfielder from Dover, New Hampshire. He'll be up next with bases loaded. Dean looking to try and crawl back in here late, trailing 13-2 in the top half of the 8th. 1 man gone. Flowers delivers. 0-0 pitch. This will be in the dirt, and Robbins able to knock this down. So that'll move the count to 1-0. One-0 pitch to Riley, sent out to center field. Nate Holt will catch. Tag made by Troy at third. Throw will head towards third. And it'll be cut off by Fernstrom, the new man out at shortstop for the Pacers. So it'll be run number 3 here for Dean. But meanwhile, 2 men gone here now in the 8th inning. So that'll bring Casabianca, third baseman for Dean, up to the box for his next trip. 9 hits so far for Dean, 2 of those coming this inning. Casabianca has 1 of those. He's 1 for 3. He's scored 1 of those 3 runs for Dean here through 8 innings. First pitch, a ball from Flowers. Now this one's skied out to the right side. Gavin Taylor patrolling right field will call that and make the play. And that'll be out number 3. Top half of the 8th in the books. A little bit of a spark there from Dean. Still not enough to really make a big impact on that deficit as they still trail 13-3. But they do get a couple of hits and 1 run across here in the top of the 8th. To the bottom of the 8th we go. From the National Training Complex in Cary, Pacers lead it 13-3. Logan Barber up next. Pacer third baseman. Spent most of the game out at left, but transitioned into third once Jackson May entered the lineup, and then ultimately entered the field out at left field. So we get things going here in the bottom half of the eighth. Pacers on top here, 13-3, after absolutely unloading on the Bulldogs back in the sixth inning, dropping 10 runs, and then dropping 2 runs in the seventh. First pitch is a ball there to Barber. Next one also a ball, now 2-0. It's Barber able to get ahead here. Barber 1 for 4 so far. He's got 3 RBIs, 1 run that he himself scored, as he's responsible for 4 of the 13 runs by the Pacers so far. He's had a hand in 4 of those. Tyshawn Barrett's had a hand in 4 of those as well. Gavin Taylor's had a hand in 4 of those. So those 3 guys really making an impact here in this one. Is now this will be a leadoff walk. Barber 4-0. So just jog up the first base line. That'll bring DH Nick Montrose, the other guy who's had a big hand in several runs for the Pacers. Going 1 for 3. He's had an RBI and a run. So now a hit here. Lefty DH, 1 man on. Barber at first following the leadoff walk. First strike here to Montrose on the outside corner. Catcher Cole Robbins on deck. New arm out for Dean this inning. So it'll be Jamison Carroll, a freshman righty. Here as he walks Logan Barber to lead things off in the eighth. And now we'll face a 1-1 count with Nick Montrose. Now 2-1 count, fastball high. Still nobody out. Carroll, a freshman from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. 2-1 pitch, low and away. As Montrose gets ahead here, 3 balls and a strike. Three on. This one hit to second base. Flip out made at second. Turn good. So there's a nice quick little turn there by Lilja. New guy out there at shortstop here for Dean. So now Cole Robbins, freshman catcher for the Pacers, will now take to the plate for his next AB. Robbins 0 for 3, but he does have an RBI on one of his flyouts. So this one will be low and away for ball number 1. Pacers looking to get 3 quick outs when they come back in the top half of the ninth to try and close this thing out. Nice little midweek win as they'll take on Dean again tomorrow here at Cary in the USA National Training Complex. They'll take on Dean again tomorrow. That'll be at 4 o'clock. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Now the count moves to 2-1. Two-one pitch in the dirt, and that'll move the count well in favor of Robbins at 3 balls and a strike. 2 men out, nobody on, following the double play by Dean just a moment ago. They doubled off both Logan Barber at second and then Montrose at first, and that'll be a 2-out walk here that'll send Robbins up the first base line. Center fielder Nate Holt will be up next. Holt 0 for 2. First pitch called a strike, and now a pickoff down to first base from the plate. So Robbins able to slide back in. Holt, so far today, 0 for 2. He's flown out and he's gotten on by error. He's also walked twice. He has scored twice so far today. One of those times, his last trip around the base paths, he was able to steal home during that 10-run sixth inning when the Pacers were really just putting on an absolute clinic here on the offensive side of things. 1-1 pitch to Nate Holt. This one will be chopped as he'll hop that one off as he fouls this one off of his left ankle, moving the count to 1-2 here in favor of Carroll. One-two pitch coming up here from Carroll to Holt. It'll be low in the dirt, and that'll even the count up at 2-2. Two men gone, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One man on. Cole Robbins at first, following his walk just a moment ago. So now Nate Holt will try to extend the inning. Jackson May on deck would be next if he was able to do so. This one low in the dirt, and that'll advance the count to 3-2. In the dirt, and there's back-to-back walks. As now that'll send Nate Holt up the first base line. Left fielder Jackson May will now be up next. First pitch to May, a bit inside. That'll be a 1-0 count. 2 men aboard here. Nate Holt at first. Following his walk, Cole Robbins at second. He was walked as well. 1-0 pitch from Carroll. This one in the dirt, and now that'll get by the catcher as both runners will advance. Robbins now moves to third. Holt will move to second. Two-0 pitch fouled straight back. Count still in favor of May. 2 balls and a strike. 2 men in scoring position here for the Pacers. They lead 13-3. Bottom half of the 8th. So now this next one almost grazes the side of May, but that'll be a ball inside, taking the count to 3-1. Inside, definitely an inside strike, and that'll make the count 3-2. So now Carroll 1 pitch away from putting an end to this bottom half of the 8th, giving up no runs, even though there's 2 men in scoring position. And that'll be low into the dirt, and that'll walk the bases full, bringing up the leadoff man Gavin Taylor to the plate. Taylor 2 for 4 so far tonight. First pitch, this will be swung on and missed. Bases loaded. Oh, 1 pitch to Taylor. Low in the dirt. So that'll even things up at 1-1. Now this one will be yanked down third base line, and now Taylor in a 1-2 hole. 2 men gone. Bases loaded. Pacers looking to improve to 11-6 following a win here today. So now that's a breaking ball over the head of Taylor. Play at the plate made, it looks like, and that'll be out number 3 as Robbins tries to get in there on the pass ball, but the throw will be in time. And that'll conclude the 8th inning. Into the 9th we go. 3 more outs, and the Pacers have win number 11 on the year. 13-3. They lead it by 10 as we head to the top of the 9th. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Pacers 3 outs away here from a win here on a Tuesday night, a warm Tuesday night here against Dean College. They lead 13-3 here in the top half of the 9th. Gerard Chamra, he'll be in here to get the close here for the Pacers. He's had quite a few relief appearances so far this season. Sophomore right-hander from right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, as he gets back into the count, 1-1 even. This one sliced foul. Chalmers ahead here 1-2, looking to get his first out of 3 that he'll need to get to secure a win here tonight for the Pacers. 1-2 pitch coming from Chalmers. High, and that'll even the count here at 2-2. This one away and in the dirt. So that'll advance the count to full. Three-two pitch. In there, that's driven to the second base side. And that'll be a routine play there for a new second baseman out there, Matt Morgan, freshman infielder from Hubert, North Carolina. Gregory Palace at the plate now, fill-in first baseman here in the last quarter or so of the game. So he'll take ball number 1 inside. Chalmers 2 outs away from getting a nice close and getting win number 11 here for the Pacers tonight. He evens the count 1-1. This one a bit low and under the zone, so that'll move the count to now 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. This one low, now 3-1 here in favor of Palace. Chalmers behind here with 1 out, no men on. 3-1 pitch away, and that will not catch the corner. That'll be a walk.
What are you going with?
Oh, 1 count here to Daniel Lilja as he swings through strike number 2. Lilja strikes out swinging as Chalmers gets out number 2 and is 1 out and even maybe 1 pitch away from getting win number 11 on the season for the Pacers here in 2020. They are 10-6. They're 2-4 in USA South play, and this is obviously a non-conference game, as is tomorrow night's matchup here with Dean in Game 2 of this 2-game little midweek series. First pitch low into the dirt. Pacers, even though they've had a little bit of a struggle, they started off really hot in non-conference games, and then they went 1-2 with a series against Greensboro. They went 1-2 last weekend, a few days ago, against Piedmont in a conference series. So they've hit a little bit of turbulence once they've hit conference play. But an observation that I've made just here, because in games like this, when it's a blowout, typically you're going to see a lot of your reserves come in, and that's what Dean's done. That's what the Pacers have done. And just observing who's on the field and looking at the roster sheet on the Pacers side, there's a lot of freshmen on this team. And that's important because something that I think the Pacers have lacked in years past, just observing, is a lot of depth. Whether it's bullpen, whether it's position players, they've lacked a lot of depth. And I think now they have that. And I think this season they finally have I think they have a good foundation in place this season. I mean, because you think about it, the nucleus of the bulk of some of their best players, whether it's Logan Barber, Tyshawn Barrett, Gavin Taylor, Kyle Loki, you look at all those guys, what do they have in common? They're juniors. They have one more year. So I think between those guys and others that I didn't mention, but those are the guys off the top of my head, those guys and then all the freshmen that they have, there's a good foundation in place for both this season moving forward and years after this. So that's just an observation that I made that I think is a positive thing for the Pacers. This one sent out. That'll be a 2-out single. So that'll extend the inning at least one more batter here for Gerard Chamra. 2 men aboard for Dean. 2 men gone. Vincent Buenaito. He'll be up next here with 2 gone. 2 men on here for Dean. This one a high ball. Now another high ball that'll advance the count to now 2-0. 3-0 the count. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 men gone. 2 men aboard. And that'll be inside. That'll be ball number 4. Loading the bases full. So now with 2 men gone, a play at any base here for the Pacers to get that final out to conclude a victory here tonight. They lead 13-3. Zachary Boschnick, sophomore outfielder, will be up next. He's from Fredericksburg, Virginia. As he'll check swing on a ball in the middle away part of the plate. That'll be strike number 1 looking. Another strike looking, and that'll advance the count to 0-2 as Boschnick in a quick 0-2 hold. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch from Chamra. Just a bit high. So that'll be ball number 1. And now this one yanked down the left field line and out of play. A nice little bit of pop there from Boschnick, but it'll be ruled a strike. Count will stay at 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Gerard Chamra comes in, gets 2 quick outs, and then ends up loading the bases full. A little bit of a struggle there here in the 9th, but the Pacers wrap it up, and they conclude a win here tonight by a final score of 13-3 here from Cary. Clean ball game, really. Up until about the 6th inning, it was 2-1. We opened up 1-1 in the first inning, and then was goose eggs. Dean went up 2-1 in the 5th, and then the floodgates just opened when the Pacers dropped 10 runs in the 6th, 2 more in the 7th, and then Dean got 1 back in the 8th. But at that point, it was just too late. So the final here from Cary, Peace takes it against Dean College, 13-3. Tomorrow is game 2 of this 2-game series. Midweek non-conference series with Dean. That game will be at 4 here at the National Trading Complex in Cary, and then obviously here on the Pacer Sports Network on the William Peace Athletics YouTube page tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Hope you'll be here or here at Cary, one or the other. Hope you've enjoyed your time on the Pacer Sports Network. Until tomorrow, goodbye from Cary.